Fools.
Watch out for the whore.
BlaqSkooz Fools.
Watch out for the whore.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the BlaqSkooz Fools show.
BlaqSkooz.
I want everybody to tune into our YouTube channel, BlaqSkooz Fools show YouTube channel.
Yes, sir.
And also email us, man. We want to know what you want for us to talk about, for us to bring up. Even if you want to comment about what we're saying, if you don't agree with half of Owen's stuff, what Owen is saying, then email us. If you agree with Luck is saying, email us. If you think Bo talks too much, email us. You know what I'm saying? Go to the BlaqSkoozFools@gmail.com and email us and let us know what you want us to do next, man. Now let's go back to this role model. What you think about sports? Can basketball, football, baseball, all sports, anybody in that can be a role model? Seriously?
Of course. My man Luck just mentioned Dr. Dre. Dr. J.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre. Well, some people think he's a role model. Not I, but But to me,
who you think is a role model? Oh,
well,
Bob Marley?
Of course. Of course. This is some of his lyrics, boy. Oh my God, he got some lyrics for you.
Easy
I can quote some of them right now.
Spit one of them right now.
Hey, yo.
It's not for your tongue, boy.
Yo, y'all wildin'. Come on, man. Come on.
Go ahead, Luck.
Now let's get back on topic.
So I'm gonna say, I was doing some research and they said athletes do not make good role models because they demonstrate poor sportsmanship on their playing field. Even though an athlete may have a stellar performance in a game, it could be overshadowed by his or her other decisions.
Who you think
And
made that up?
Somebody probably wasn't athletic.
Exactly.
But no, I agree though. I agree with that because think about it. How positive is this? Of you get called for a foul and you going at the ref, you yelling at the ref. That's not positive.
That's part of the game, though. It's part of the game.
But what I'm trying to say, that's not positive. You
It's part
understand
of
what I'm
the
trying
game.
to say?
It is positive. It's part of the game.
It's not. No, it's
That's
not.
poor sportsmanship.
That's poor sportsmanship.
You
Exactly.
negotiating for the next foul. That's part of negotiations.
No, not yelling at a referee. It ain't.
Oh man, stop it.
You showing the kids that it's okay to do that. And
Right.
You're not showing the kids that it's okay to do nothing. You showing the kids
who do they
emulate?
Who do they emulate?
Not all kids. Not all kids will go out there and scream out the refs. Not all kids.
It's crazy. If you watch basketball games now, these kids, they have this new sound they make every time they get fouled. Like, hey! Like, when did that start? That started in the NBA, and now the kids model that every time somebody tells them, hey, Mr. Ref.
But that's not.
They do that all
fouls.
the time, man.
But that's not a whatchamacallit, though. That's bad? Because you're trying to get a call?
The bad part is cursing officials out, getting in their face, bumping them, all the stuff that, you see in the NBA. I mean, it got so bad to the point where they had to get fined. They fining the hell out of the NBA players now.
Let me ask you this. Was Dr. J your role model?
Yes, he was.
Dr. J bit somebody's finger almost off, completely off, but he was still your role model, right?
I didn't see that, though. It might have happened, but I didn't see it.
Dr. J had a few fights in the league, but you still thought him as a role model.
They used to squint. Right. Them old heads used to be like,
yeah, I remember when Dr. J had a couple of fights, but why did he have a fight?
That doesn't matter. You're a role model. Walk away.
Nah, not
role models.
You making this
perfect. No, listen.
Exactly.
Not when you get punched in the face on a layup.
Hey, listen. Y'all just said that people arguing with the refs and stuff, right, is not role models. So again, it's part of the game. You trying to negotiate the next.
No, we didn't say they weren't role models. We said they displayed poor sportsmanship.
But that's what they were all rolled back to, though, right?
I mean, you can still be a role model and display poor sportsmanship. You just, not showing the kids the right things to do at certain times, especially if you want to be an athlete. Like,
you're saying they could be a role model, then, Luck?
Yeah, you still can be a role model and display poor sportsmanship. You're not perfect. Like, role models aren't perfect.
And that's part of it, though, right? But to me, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I'm saying. Is learning. Like, you can learn that that's not right. So whether a role model is perfect or not perfect, you can learn from both examples. That's exactly what I'm saying. So if you say what's funny is you had Dr. J. You know who I had on my wall? Xavier McDaniels, the tough guy. That's, to me, that's a role model regardless. And it doesn't mean I have to go out and act like I'm a tough guy, but I like him. I like this persona. I like how he played on the court. He exuberated just being tough. He wanted to foul. He wanted to get baskets. He wanted to argue. To me, I like that style of basketball. So I had his poster, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to go out and act like that. So that might be a role model to me just because I like who he is, as a basketball player. But it doesn't mean that I didn't go out on I didn't go out on the court and act crazy like that in 99% of my games. No, not at all.
How many technical fouls you got in one season?
People do? What do they say? Oh, they say, don't do what I do, do as I say, right?
Yeah,
that's just because I do it don't mean you do it. Exactly. I'm telling you not to do it.
That's the parents when they want to smoke that cheese.
How LeBron gonna feel if he see Bronny out there getting in referee's face?
Oh, he gonna snatch him off that court.
No, he's not. Bronny gonna be like,
LeBron gonna snatch him off that court.
I learned that by watching you. Remember that commercial?
At his age, yeah. At his age now, LeBron probably would pull him to the side like, "Yo, you wildin'." Yeah, at his age now, I can see LeBron.
Yeah, but he learned about watching him. He learned from the best, right?
Yep. I think everybody.
And LeBron is a crybaby anyway, so.
Oh man, stop it! Leave that man.
Every single play, he turned into the ref crying, man. Stop it.
Man, that's gamemanship, man. Trying to, that's the same. That's what I said. Is the same thing. Whether somebody
Michael Jordan ain't do that.
Emotionally wrapped up.
Michael Jordan, he's the cuss refs out.
And he wouldn't invite them to the ref party.
I learned that from Mike, though. No, what he used to do is to cuss refs out. He used to put this, and so you couldn't read his lips.
See,
go back and watch some old Mike stuff. He used to cover his mouth so you couldn't read his lips.
Coobie and LeBron do that now, too, when he try to. Yeah. They said Mike wouldn't invite you to the ref party back in the days.
Go back to the dude you named earlier, Allen Iverson. You think he was a good role model or is a role model?
Yeah, I think he is.
Both?
I think they did him dirty, man.
Yeah, he's a role
model. How did they do him dirty?
How they do him dirty with all this crazy dressing that they wearing now, these tight jeans and high water jeans.
Come on,
when he was coming,
disrespecting the youth.
Yeah, that's right. Because when when Allen AI was coming to the games, gold chain, baggy shirt. Oh, they want to change the game. Come on, man. These dudes is wearing tight pants, man. If they was in, I'm gonna tell you right now. If they was in Jamaica, boy, they might run them out of town thinking they Batiman, man.
Come on, man, don't do that, yo. You wild. Nah, I thought Iverson was not only a role model but an inspiration. You know what I'm saying? I think he did a senior year of high school in jail. Come on, man. Yeah. Then you come out and be able to not only perform, but at the highest level, then back down to anybody. It was probably one of the top 5 smallest guys in the league probably at that time.
So you talking about role model as far as how he played and he looked, his appearance, like, are we talking about his actions? Because my brother knew Allen Iverson very well in Philadelphia. My brother used to manage nightclubs, and he was a frequent visitor of my brother's nightclub, and he would tell you, I don't have nothing bad to say about Allen Iverson, but he would tell you different stories. He was, how can I say it? He had his good days and he had his bad days. No, I'm just saying Allen Iverson, period. Like, even like it's every year they practice. We talking about practice? Like, and that was true. They said he was a type of person that wouldn't show up for practice because he knew that it's nothing the coach was going to do about it. Like, he still was going to play regardless.
I don't think it's.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that's not a good role model as far as if you want kids to be like you and play like you, and they know that you don't practice hard or go to practice at all, and you still gonna play, and that's not a great attitude because there are kids like that now.
But how do they know that? How do they know that if nobody says nothing? We're not in those practices. right? So how does that stuff get out? How does that stuff get out?
That was
By
You
the
get what I'm
coaches.
saying?
Yeah,
That's what I'm
the
saying.
coaches.
So, but you don't know that though. They didn't see you going off hearsay. I don't think anybody knew that Iverson wasn't.
He said it.
Allegedly, but he said that at the tail end because they kept pressuring him about him missing, and then they say every practice. He might have missed one practice. He might have missed two practices. But how many practices did he show up for? Right. So if he went to 80% of the practices, hold on.
That's
if he
terrible. That's terrible.
All right.
who?
Say he went to say he went to 100% of practices.
Yeah.
Right. And didn't practice hard like the rest of everybody. That's what they was talking about, basically. That
Let me tell you
practicing
something.
hard.
I'd rather take Iverson than over a lot of these guards who do practice hard when it's game time.
We're not talking about talent. We ain't talking about talent.
So that's all that matters, right? At the end of the day, he never shorted Philly.
No.
He never shorted Philly. He never shorted. You tell me one game he didn't show up. That man gave his blood, sweat, and tears on that court. There's no way in the world you can tell me.
That was during the game time,
and
right?
he was
But you disrespected me as a coach during practice.
Yeah, disrespecting you. I'm not disrespecting
But not coming
you.
to practice, and when you do come, you don't practice hard. That's not disrespecting you as a coach.
But I'm going to give you 50 when I step on the court. I'm going to get beat down by Shaq and everybody else.
So you're a coach, bro, right?
That's why
you're
got blackballed.
Right? You would accept that behavior? You would accept that behavior just because the person is talented?
I would try to work with the behavior. But I doubt if I come out and say, yo, if I know this man is leading the team and scoring and he's giving his blood, sweat, and tears every single night. You tell me a night you seen him look like he was lacking.
Every single game night. Every single game night.
Jimmy Johnson once said, I'm going to treat everyone fair, but not equal or even. Depends on your talent. If you're a bum, you better show up every practice and give me 120%. Now, if you Iverson, you show up 80% of the time and give me 55%. I'm going to accept that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's a good coach.
And the only reason why he did that is because if he would have sat Iverson, he would have got fired. So the only reason why he played him is because he didn't want to get fired.
The only reason why he played him because he led the team to score.
No. You heard what I said? Trust me.
Man.
If he wanted to do it the way he wanted to, because he did sit him down a lot.
But guess what happened, Coop?
No, he didn't.
But guess what happened, Coop? Guess what happened,
didn't.
though? Guess what happened? Y'all remember who his coach was? Larry Brown?
Right.
As soon as he separated himself from Allen Iverson, what happened? He won a championship in Detroit.
There you go.
Oh,
Bang.
Stop it, man. Stop
what? Stop what?
But
so you telling me who? Let's stay on role models, man. Let's not even get into that. Come on, Iverson played with a zoo. Let's not act crazy.
Yo, all they had was Iverson on that team.
In Matumbo.
So the coach ain't had nothing to do with it?
With what?
They had orangutans, monkeys,
everybody in the NBA.
You lost me,
everybody in the NBA can play. I said everybody in the NBA can play.
Not like Iverson.
All they had was Allen Iverson. Sometimes that's the best thing to have a bunch of role models with one star. Sometimes that's the best thing.
They went to the chip. They went to the chip.
Yeah.
They went to the chip.
Yeah. Like, I'm not questioning his talent. That's not what we.
So what are you talking about then? Because you said when Brown went to Detroit, they won it. Like it was Iverson was the issue.
He was the issue.
The issue wasn't Iverson. The issue was the rest of the team.
Sometimes to take you over the hump, you got to be a leader, man. It ain't about talent. It's about leadership, man. He didn't have it
on the court. He led on the
court. He didn't. Nah.
He didn't lead on the court?
Nah. Okay. Just because you're the best player don't make you a leader. If you think about the Lakers team, who was the team captain when Coobie and Shaq was there? It was neither one of them. It was Derek Fisher. So it don't have nothing to do with talent.
True. It don't matter. He was the leader.
Man.
You know what he said? What? He said, "John orangutans get on my back."
Hold up. You said it wasn't Shaq and Coobie that
were the captains of the team. It was Derek Fisher.
No. I said won that championship. I don't care who you say the leader is.
Yeah, but that's
I
not
said
what
who the captain was. That's not what I said.
It doesn't matter about the captain. It's matter about how much talent you have to win a championship.
Let's get back into the role model. So what you saying? Look, because your brother gave you some stories on Allen Iverson that he you don't know if he was a good role model. You question what has he done ever in the public eye for kids to see that makes him not a good role model? And to me, again, my stance is a role model could be good or bad if you're learning from that experience or from their experience and they're guiding you the right way. To me, that's your role model, right? You could have a criminal record. If you got a criminal record and say, look, bro, this is not what you want to do. You need to do this, this, and that. Regardless of what I do, this is what you need to be doing. And you keep that person on that path. I think that's a role model. So you saying that Iverson is not? You don't think because of the stories your brother? Okay.
No, I didn't say that. Okay. In the public eye, I was just quoting what they said in on the internet when I read it. That wasn't my quote. That's something on the internet. It was saying how athletes aren't good role models because of the sportsmanship they display on their playing field.
And 9 times out of 10, that was the most unathletic guy in the room who say something crazy like that. It's always the people who've never done anything that creates all kinds of narratives for the next man. That's usually how it is. Even like when Charles Barkley said he didn't want to be a role model, he wasn't role models, that people need to look at their parents. I think that's what he said or something like that. And he took a whole lot of, he took a hit for that. And again, you can't make a person feel a certain way. If that's how you want to feel, that's how you want to feel. You can talk to him, say, hey, Chuck, we just asking you to be a little more this, a little more that.
Yeah, that's the league trying to change you because they know they want to make somebody the post of the league. They try to change. Brian Hill was supposed to be the next one up. Because of his, I guess they're gonna say his squeaky clean image. But, injury stopped that from happening. They try to train you into being something that some people want to be that way. And some people no, I'm going to say who I am. That's why I respect Allen Iverson because he stayed true to form. He didn't let the league change him. They tried many times because they seen he was that good that he carried a franchise. He carried a city. Philly owed AI a lot. He carried a city, but he stayed true to form, and it hurt him in the long run. I mean, he's getting himself back together now, but he got blackballed for a while. Yeah, because he stayed true to form. He didn't change, so he definitely got blackballed.
And he got blackballed during the season. That's the crazy thing. The referees was not giving him calls on purpose.
Yeah, he used to take a beating. So I mean, it can help you, and it
because
can hurt you
he didn't want
to
practice hard. That's why. So.
You keep saying that he don't want to practice hard, man. Y'all talking
how you know?
Crazy.
Were you in practice?
You was ever there.
Iverson said it himself. You talk about practice.
You got to listen to the whole.
He said,
you got to listen to the whole.
You
ain't listened to the whole.
He said, let's talk about the game.
He said, talking about practice and you want to talk about practice, right? Exactly.
Let me ask you, how many people you see come up on that podium and they ask them about a practice?
Because it was the main focus on Iverson.
So he never said that he doesn't practice hard. All he said was, you over here talking about practice, not the game, talking about practice.
Yeah,
he never said, I don't practice hard. Where you got that from?
He said it. He don't practice hard.
He said it. Let me ask you a question. Is Iverson one of the top, probably, I say 5 to 10 point guards that ever played the game?
Yeah.
So how much more practicing do you think he really need to do?
No, excuse me. On the court, yeah. But in practice, no.
Well, does it matter? When does it matter? So you rather be a practice player that's going all extra hard and sit on the bench, or you rather be Iverson who take his time and practice? Because you know what? I know I got these orangutans with me, so guess what I got to do? I got to save this energy for game night. We got back-to-back nights. I'm not going to sit in here and run up and down these courts with y'all knowing you only going to give me 11, you only give me 13, and I got to play against Coobie Bryant going to be checking me tonight. I got to try to give Coobie 50 for us to even win this game. That's what I'm saying. Like, when do you understand you got
to – So he don't have to practice then. He don't got to practice.
I ain't saying he didn't have to practice. I'm not saying that.
That's what it sounds like to me.
All right, so let me. I'm gonna give you our equivalent right now. What are these players doing? Sitting out games, right? Now you tell me when you ever see Iverson just sit out a game. Okay, that's my point right there.
I didn't say that was. That's not a point. I didn't say that's good.
It is a point.
You act like we disagree. Like I don't agree with that.
No, but y'all keep screaming about practice. Cool, talking about how big practice is. How many times
It
you
is.
see
It's
Iverson?
very important.
It is. It's very important.
Would you rather
But
me
he's
sit
young.
out? Would you rather me sit out practicing the game?
I tell
If you
you
don't practice,
right
you don't
now.
play.
Go ahead,
I'm
Luck.
sorry.
Man,
if you
it's-
don't practice,
Exactly.
you don't play. I don't
That
care who
sounds
you are.
that sounds
That's
good.
something different. That's different. That's high school and college. We're talking
No.
about an NBA player. It's
That's
something
why
totally
Larry.
different.
That's why the coach got up out of there. They didn't fire him. He left. He said, "Man,
But
I can't take this."
Listen
no
to what
more."
I'm saying. You got players nowadays, right, with this whole minutes management trash. They sitting out games. You tell me when you heard Iverson say, "I'm managing my minutes to sit out."
And
I'm
you
sitting
see,
out a game.
and you see Popovich, a real coach. He wasn't having none of that with Kawhi. That's why Kawhi got up out of there. He started all that. The
Pop
management
started
stuff.
the
started that.
Pop
What are you
started
talking
that.
about?
You
Nah,
don't practice.
nah.
Look, do your
Pop
research. Hey,
started,
look,
you
we're
don't
gonna take a
practice
break.
and you don't play. What are you talking about, love?
Yeah.
So him and Pop wasn't beefing.
All right,
because
we're gonna
Kawhi-
take a
because
break.
Kawhi didn't
We're
wanna
gonna
play?
take a break.
No, he
It's
was
the
injured to
BlaqSkooz
try to
Fools
push.
show, and we'll be right back after
take a
these
break.
messages.
We'll take a break.